Hello, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a super simple snow farm. This is for Java Edition, and I think at 1.16, and I think it pretty much just works in every game, in every edition of the game with snow golems. So if you play Bedrock Edition, this should work, but just don't take my word for it. Okay, well, you can if you want to, but yes. Anyway, okay, so just make a chamber out of glass, and that can be as big as you like. I'm not making it too big. Just a medium-sized one. This size is probably adequate. Like, it really doesn't matter how big as long as you can fit in and some snow golems can fit in. So that's pretty much all that matters about the size. And also, may want to make it only 2 blocks high so Endermen can't teleport in, but then also you will get your head squashed. So in survival, you don't need to add these corners. And of course, you don't need to use cyan stained glass. If you have any bits like this, just clear them out. So just make sure it's all flat. And then just build up. I'm going to be doing a 3 high walls for these, just so it's a bit nicer on the inside. And you can also have a light source block, but since it's made out of glass, there's no real point. Okay, so this does not work in all biomes. So I'm in a plains right now, as you can see. And obviously it doesn't work in a savanna, desert, the nether. Obviously not the nether, but it doesn't work in savanna, desert, badlands, or mesa. And doesn't work in jungle or like jungle hills and whatever either, and swamp. But plains should work. Everything else should work. So extreme hills, snowy tundra, snowy plains, snowy taiga. I think you could even build this in the end, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so there's no point in adding the roof, but just for aesthetic or whatever, we are going to. So this is the roof layer. And then, yeah, so there's 2 ways that you can do this. If you're wanting snow blocks, just regular snow, not snow blocks, then you're going to want to have Silk Touch, so any Silk Touch enchanted shovel. If you want snowballs, the main reason I use snowballs is for snowball fights. Especially it's fun in a multiplayer server or whatever, but if you want snowballs and not snow, then you're going to want to have a non-silk touch enchantment, and make sure it's anything. Your harvesting tool must be a shovel. This won't work if you do it with your bare hands, a hoe, an axe, a pickaxe. You must be a shovel, and I don't mind doesn't really matter what shovel, because all shovels will work. Just your best shovel is probably the best. Yeah. Okay. So this roof is completely optional because, but yeah, in case just to stop spiders and stuff. Because the snow golems don't do the only mob that they do damage to is blazes. So that's not, and if we're building, it's not possible to do this in the nether, as the snow golems have fire resistance. Which we wouldn't want to waste any like fire resistance potions. Unless you really wanted to on snow golems, and fire resistance wears off, so you'd have to continually make fire resistance. So here, we're going to want a knock out a place for a door, so you can come in. We're just gonna look up a door. I'm gonna use Crimson Door for this. I think it looks pretty nice. And then so the golems can't jump, you're gonna want to dig 2 blocks down everywhere. That's just so the golems cannot jump up. So you can go in, but they can't come up. This is what I do for all my glass chamber farms. So my wool farm, in my in all of my worlds, are always encased by glass and just 1 block down, because as far as I know, sheep have a worse jumping like height than snow golems. Yes. So no matter you're gonna have to, no matter what you're using this for, you want to D2 down and don't do it in any dry biomes. Or jungle doesn't work. I mean, in Bedrock Edition, jungle will work. In this Java Edition, jungle won't work. So bear that in mind, depending on what edition you play in. I am playing on Java Edition, so that's why this is more Java Edition centric, even though it works completely well for the other edition. So actually, I just realized I made a mistake. Okay, take what I said with a grain of salt before, because just make it 1 block deep, so you can jump up to your door, and I'm pretty sure the golems still can't get up, so yeah. Take what I said with a grain of salt. You just want to make this 1 deep, because otherwise you won't be able to get up without the use of stairs, which means the golems could get up. I guess they can't open doors, but then they could just go out, and that could be bad if you are making this near like a mob farm or creeper farm, flushing mob farm, anything. If you're making it near any hostile mob farm, that would be bad. So what you're going to want to do is spawn in a couple of golems. Make sure the pumpkin is placed last. So it must be a carved pumpkin. A jack-o'-lantern will not work in either editions, and a carved pumpkin will not work, and a regular pumpkin will not work in Java Edition, but in Bedrock Edition you can use a regular. So there are the snow golems doing their thing. Just wait a bit, their AI is a little wonky, but see, this guy's started to move around a bit. I'm going to place 4 snow golems in this. And you can already see that they're doing what they are intended to do. And snow blocks are really not hard to get if you live near an Extreme Hills. I believe there's an Extreme Hills just right up there, even though this is creative, so I just went in the creative inventory. Yeah, so now I'm going to get a netherite shovel, and I'm going to show you what it's like when you use a unenchanted non-silk touch shovel compared to a regular. Okay, so I forgot about that. Game mode. Survival. Okay, just to show you what it's like in survival. See, it drops the snowballs and we collect that, and then they're just pretty much instantly regenerating it. Now if we go game mode creative, I'll show you what it's like with a silk touch. So if we just get ourselves out of this chamber for a second, get ourselves a silk touch book. And a handful. Then I will show you what it's like with silk touch. So we then take this one, our enchanted silk touch shovel. Okay, so I forgot about that. Make sure just whenever you come in, you close the door so nothing could get out. See, he can't jump up. Sorry, looking at from the ground, but they are all trying to get out, but they just can't, because they can't jump up one high block. They can't jump. Oh, okay, so he got out. That's why you don't make the mistake that I just did. Okay, so not the most amazing thing. We're just going to put in another one. Okay, so make sure when you're closing the door, you're swift with it, because otherwise it's going to be havoc in your world. Yes. As you can see, he's already done quite a lot. Okay, so now I'll demonstrate with the Silk Touch. See, it drops regular snow, which is good. And then we go back to creative. There's one final optional step, but I think people like this. You get some shears, which is not easy to make. I mean, is easy to make in survival difficulty. So we get ourselves some shears, and then I'm sure everyone knows this trick, but you right click or left trigger if you're on Bedrock Edition, or just press the use button, and you get your pumpkins back. And have this. So as you can see, you get your pumpkins back. So it's a good way that you can just keep regenerating this. And with the additional step is that their faces look a bit weird. So yep, there we go. So as you can see, you can pretty much generate one snow golem and then reuse it because they give you your pumpkins back. So that's how you make it a super simple snow farm. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna kill you. It's super important that you don't let anyone out because look what he already did. And if you let more than one of these guys out, so they can jump up, but it's gonna take them a while. And see. So if you see one of them trying to do that, just close the door immediately. That's pretty much it. That's how you make a really simple snow farm. It's not hard, pretty simple and efficient design, and it's pretty much completely mob proof because it's encased in glass. So if you're on hard difficulty, you might want to think about putting an iron door there instead, so zombies can't break it, and then pretty much lead the way for other mobs to get in. But other than if you're in easy or peaceful or medium or normal difficulty, then that's pretty much it. Yeah. Just for this. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time, right after I do this. I think it's going to be. So, thank you really so much for watching. And goodbye.